What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Here we are at Gdańsk regionals. We're starting in round number 4, and on the left we have Andrew playing a Ceruledge deck, and there's everything that we see: the top 128, top 120, Utrecht 128. So doing great things in the top 120 all last season, right? Now we're in 2026, and let's see, Andrew, how can they improve on their season from last year? Like I said, playing the Ceruledge deck, which is going to be pretty interesting to see. Ceruledge is kind of like in the same spot like I see as Golden Go. We have like the Solrock Lunatone, but on the right we have Henry Brand. Actually, we saw them last weekend in Lille. They got top 8, doing a lot of things here. It was back-to-back weekend pretty much in Europe, going from Lille to Gdańsk. This is the next weekend, and so back-to-back weekends here. Can Henry go for the repeat? And funny enough, Henry is playing the same deck. I don't know if it's the same list, obviously. I'd have to look at stuff, but it is going to be a Ceruledge versus a Dragapult Dusknoir deck. So it's going to be very interesting. Can the early game aggression from the Solrock Lunatone help the Ceruledge deck to take down this Dragapult Dusknoir deck? And that's going to be the big question here. So we see Andrew does start things off, and we already see the fighting gong coming down. Going to search for a fighting energy or a fighting Pokemon. Could grab that Solrock, and then if they do have a fighting energy, they can use Lunatone, discard it, and draw 3 cards, and hopefully find Ceruledge and then find all that kind of good stuff. And remember, with Andrew's deck, they can actually play a supporter card turn number 1. They can play Carmine, which says if you go first, you can use this during your first turn, discard your hand, and draw 5 cards. So they have the opportunity to actually, discard energies and draw 5 cards. So we'll see if that comes into play. And I do see the Carmine. It's right there at the end. So we can see Andrew, get set up here. Get maybe multiple energies in discard pile. Maybe go for the Solrock and then, use the Carmine afterwards. And there's we see the Solrock coming down for Andrew. We also have an Ultra Ball as well. So we can Ultra Ball, find even more Pokemon, find these Charcadets. Now, they're playing a 3-1 line. These Charcadets are interesting. I think I saw somebody make a post the other day saying there was 15 different Charcadets, which is insane. So this is the Will-O-Wisp one. They play 3 of those and one of the 80 HP one. The 80 HP one, search for a basic fire energy attached to this Pokemon. So I wonder why this split. Maybe late game, the 80 HP can survive more. Maybe that's the kind of not the hypothesis, but the thinking behind it, right? You can survive late game. So maybe that was the plan behind it. But we do see a Jamie Tower come down, and we see the Carmine, discard the hand, draw 5. So no energy is being discarded. We do have 1 in the hand, so now we can use a Lunatone, discard a fighting, draw 3. We have a fire energy and a fighting, so we actually could attach the fighting energy somewhere if we want to this turn, and we'll see if Andrew decides to do that. I'm going to get a Nest Ball, get another Charcadet. Going to get those set up. They could go Squawkability, actually, and Squawk and discard a bunch of more cards, but no, going to go Charcadet. They still have an Ultra Ball. So Ultra Ball can find, I think they have double Ultra Ball actually, so they could threaten double Ultra Ball here. I think I like attaching at least 1 energy to Lunatone, so you have that free retreat next turn, or not the free retreat, but able to retreat and attack with either Solrock or the Ceruledge. But I definitely think we should see the Ultra Ball here. Going to attach a fire energy to the Ceruledge and actually just pass. So the thing I don't like about this is that if Henry can find the Budew, they're going to put Andrew in a tough position. They have a bunch of Ultra Balls in their hand. They do have a Ceruledge, so I guess they could attach to the Lunatone, retreat, and start attacking. But outside of that, they really don't have too much in that hand. So I would like to see Andrew have thinned that hand a little bit more, maybe gone for that Squawkability, maybe set up, get a bunch of energies in this discard pile, because you want to try to get as many energies as possible turn 1, so you can threaten these Dragapults later on in the game. And maybe I'm hyper aggressive, maybe that's what maybe we don't need to do that, right? But that's what I theorize in my head that I would like to do, but I have no idea. Obviously Andrew knows what they're doing. They're 3-0, Henry's 3-0, and we see actually a Hilda coming out. We see the Buddy Poffin. So we saw Buddy Poffin get both of these. We actually have the Lightiest for free retreat, and that is that a golden Budew, or is that just a lighting? Is that a golden Budew? Is that a golden Budew? Is there a golden Budew? What is happening here? We see Ceruledge come down. We see the fight energy to the Lunatone. Oh, actually going to use the ability to draw 3. 1, 2, 3. They have a Carmine, so they can play a supporter card there, and they have Legacy Energy. The Legacy Energy top deck is pretty bad. Yes, you can attach it to the Lunatone and discard it, but you really don't want to do that, but you got to do what you got to do. I think you definitely attach it so you guarantee the retreat, because if you go for the Carmine, and you whiff, you're in trouble. So there's Carmine discarding no energies. Gonna get 5 cards here. Okay, so they have a knockout on that, but is that golden? Is that a golden Badoo? I'm so confused. What's happening? Another Charcadet has hit the field. Okay. And we're going to see the tree, and we're going to see the golden Badoo get knocked out here with the Ceruledge. I don't know how many energies are in there. Let's see if we can count. 1, 2, 3. Just 3. Ooh, that's not a lot here. So we see the Okay, so it's not a golden Badoo. It's just the lighting. It's just... I really thought it was a golden Badoo. I was like, hold on. Did a golden Badoo get released? That looks like a golden Dragcloak. What is happening? But Dragcloak being used. Another Dragcloak being used. Looks like maybe the lighting is just off just a little bit. Stretcher for the golden Badoo has came out. We see the Lily's Termination. Going to shuffle, draw 8. And I imagine that Henry is probably looking for a counter catcher. Now, they're going to keep those lock online too, which is a great thing for Henry, because I think Henry just pretty much will take multiple knockouts in one turn with Dragapult, and if Andrew doesn't have a bunch of energies in this card pile, well then, Andrew can't really retaliate that easily, right? So see 8 cards come down from Henry. We're probably going to see another Dracloak be used. This one has a marker. This one's being turned sideways. Can we? Come on, Henry, get together. You're a world champion. Let's get these markers consistent here. Come on now. What are we doing here? We do have an energy from last turn here, so we could maybe attach it. Okay, yeah, I like this play. Yep. Counter catcher this up. Yep. Gonna. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Somebody told Henry, get your stuff together. You're over here with golden Badoos and using, come on now, get it together now. But anyways, we see another Buddy Pop in here. Could maybe grab another Duskull. Yep, there's another Duskull. And this could be very scary for Andrew, because double Dusclops could do a ton of damage and maybe knock out multiple Charcadets in one turn. That'd be very scary. We see the Luminius actually going to a different Dracloak, which is fine, I guess. You spread the love. And we just see a Badoo, the golden Badoo, attacking once again. Now on Andrew's turn, we see a fighting being discarded with that Lunatone, drawn up to 3. We do have a Ceruledge in the hand, so we go to Ceruledge. We can attach a Fighter G. We could punch again, take a knockout. But do we have a supporter card? I don't see one. So take a knockout. I think there's 4 in there now. So still not enough to knock out a Dragapult, which is the big thing here. Now, this is where it gets very scary for Andrew, because if Henry, can pull off some crazy Dusclops play or something, it might be enough to take a double knockout. They also could just be passive and just do 200 of this, 60 of this, and then set some crazy stuff up. So Andrew doesn't have a lot of energies in this card pile, which is definitely something you don't want to be doing. Has Andrew played against a Dragapult yet in this tournament up to this? No, not yet. They have not played a Dragapult going up to this. They have played a Golden Go, Garchomp, and an Iron Hands Magneton deck. So I have not played a Dragapult deck just yet. So we'll see how this matchup kind of goes out. So we see Pheasantipity. We see Iona from Henry into Pheasantipity. Going to disrupt Andrew. And then we got all the Dracloaks being used. We got the Pheasantipities being used, right? There's another Dracloak being used, okay. And does Henry have an energy and Dragapult? That's another. So they have Dragapult. I see it. And there's a Dragapult. We have the energy attachment for turn. We have the Luminius. Just taking it slow, taking it easy. We have the Boss Order, but we've already Iona, so we can't use that. We have Counter Catcher. That could be something we could use, but looks like we're going to just take it a second, do 200. And where do you put this 60 at, Henry? Where do you put this 60 at? So it's going to bring up to 210 damage. And where does the 60 go? How does Henry want to manipulate this damage? So all 6 own the Ceruledge. All right, so on to Andrew's turn. Now, remember, these Ceruledges have 270 HP. They don't have 260. So that's kind of a big deal here. So this 6 of 18, this is 21, so you can put 60 or knock it out next turn, but the 200 doesn't knock this out. So we have to go for a Dust Cosplay or something and take 4 price cards that way. Now we're looking at how many energies in the discard pile. I think Andrew also wants to look as well. Let's see. Oh, come on now. We're going way too fast. Can we put a counter out there for us? Come on now. So I think 6 is what we see right now, which is definitely not enough to one-shot a Dragapult. We're going to get an energy back that you can use Lunatone, discard it, draw 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. We have the Vessel, so we can discard another energy, so that'd be 7. But that's still not enough. That's only 210. We need an Ultra Ball or something. What we need to do is probably find another Ceruledge, but that's a different story. So Fire and Fighting go into the hand. Okay. And what else does Andrew have? Do they have a way to get a bunch of energies in the discard pile? The Mist Energy, okay, the Mist Energy is actually pretty cool because it can prevent the the Dragapult effect, right? But not the Dusknoir thing. So that's a big thing we have to keep in mind too. So the Mist Energy going to the active is actually a big deal here because now now you can't ping this. You have to use our Dusknoir to knock this out, which is something that Henry probably definitely does not want to do. But Henry could still just try to knock out all 6 in one turn, like 2/2/2 kind of thing. If it does get involved to a Ceruledge here. Also Henry can just like try to knock out like these 2 things in one turn or something. You know, there's a lot of different things that Henry can do here. So let's see what Henry does. So the big thing is Andrew did not take a prize card, so they still have to take 2 EX knockouts, which is very hard to do, especially when it's this early in the game. Usually if like Ceruledge has like a bunch of energies in his late game, they can one-shot the Dragapults, but not this early, I don't think. I go back to where like Andrew maybe could have gone for that Squawkability play and like get a bunch of energies in discard pile. I wonder if that would have made a difference in this game at all. But we do have the Dusknoir in the hand, so we could go Dusknoir here. Okay. Gonna put okay. No. Okay. There's a Dusknoir being used. We can knock out the active. Okay. That still works. Mist Energy does not protect it. So, what do you promote now if you're Andrew? I'm going to promote the Ceruledge with 10 on it. Okay. It does get knocked out immediately, but we do see Kanakaja bring up the Soul Rock. We see Hollow should ping both of these. And do we have Boss Order in hand? Oh, God, it hurts. It hurts. So they ping the Ceruledge. They ping this. Now get do 200 is 60 here. Yep. And this is why this deck is so scary against this matchup. Because, like, you know, if you don't get the early game aggression and stuff like that, Dragapult is just going to eat you up a late game. And that's what we see right now. So there we go. Double knockout here. Going down to 2 prize cards. And now if you're going down to 1 prize card, actually, because they knock out. Yeah. Henry just took a 5 prize card turn. On Andrew's turn, what do you do here? I mean, you're not even taking a knockout. Yep, and there we go. There's a scoop. So unfortunately, Andrew was not quick enough to get the energies in the discard pile, and Henry will win game number 1. Pretty much showing, you know, like why these evolution decks like don't belong in the meta right now unless you're playing Gardevoir. I think that's the biggest problem with like evolution decks is Dragapult Dusknoir. It's like so it just like destroys these evolution decks so well, making it where you can't set up multiple Pokemon because you can hit the 60. You have the Dusknoir and stuff. You have the Budew for early games, so you can't set up. And that's why these evolution decks really do struggle, and that's why we don't see a lot of them in the format. And I say evolution decks, this is only a stage 1 deck, right? So, you know, that's the big thing here. Like, even a stage 1 deck can barely, you know, can't even really set up against this deck sometimes. Now, I think the only stage 1 deck that kind of is like the difference is the Golden Go decks, because Golden Go's can like just self-draw. Like even with 2 Golden Go's, you can keep drawing and drawing and drawing, and you don't need that as many resources in the discard pile to knock out a Dragapult as you do with Ceruledge, where Ceruledge you have to have a bunch of energies in discard pile. Golden Go is just like, yep, I have a bunch of energies in my hand, we're good to go. But here we go into game number 2. It looks like Henry started Monkey Dory, attaching Luminous, and pass. So this is a great opening for Andrew. We need to find, you know, a bunch of cards here and get set up, get the Sork and Lunatone Angel online. We already have the Carmine as well. We unfortunately don't have a way to knock out this Monkey Dory. If that was like a Dreepy, we could hypothetically maybe take a knockout with a Soul Rock, but looks like we're not going to have that as of right now. Soul Rock can hit for 70, which knocks out Dreepy. So if Henry has started the Dreepy, different game, but Monkey Dory has too much HP, so Soul Rock can't take a knockout on it. Also, Andrew doesn't have a way to get that out of the active spot. They do have Jet Energies, but Jet Energies is count as the energy attachment per turn, and if you do that, you can't attach a fighting energy, so that's kind of unfortunate, right? Yeah, that does kind of stink. But here we go. We do see the Carmine turn 1. We see Vessel discarding a fire, getting 2. Now, can we see that Squawkability? That's what I really want. I want to see a Squawkability come down, and I know it's bad, right? Squawkability has 160 HP. It gets easily knocked out, and I understand that concept very, very well. But the problem is, if Andrew doesn't get enough energies in the discard pile, they're never going to have a chance to one-shot these Dragapults. And if Dragapult starts swinging before you even have enough resource to take a knockout, I think you're definitely in trouble. But then we see Double Chocolate come down. We see the fire energy to the active. We do have Ultra Ball in the hand. Will they go for Squawkability, or will they just play it safe and just pass? We see Ultra Ball. There's a Squawk. Yes, I love this. Maybe the Squawk was prized last game and I missed it or something. But yeah, this is like the perfect board that I want to see with this deck. We have the 3 Charcadets, we have the Solrock, Lunatone, and the Squawk coming down. So now we're going to be able to Squawk and Seize, discard the hand, hope another... Okay, Ceruledge. That's not an energy, unfortunately. But here we go. Getting set up. Getting 6 energies here. And we have a bunch of fighting for next turn, but I don't see a way to discard them. Golden Badu has hit the field. We see Lily's Termination, and Henry, they can't boss up a Solrock or Lunatone or whatever, or most likely the Lunatone, which is great for Andrew because they haven't taken a knockout. I guess it's not too bad because everybody has 1 retreat cost, so Henry like kind of catch up idle lock's not too bad. But here we go, Henry drawn 8 off this Lily's Termination. Can they find their Buddy Poffins? That's the question. We see Ultra Ball. No Buddy Poffin as of right now. We do have double Ultra Ball, which will allow us to get 2 Dreepies down. And I think you want to get 2 here because Andrew is playing 3 Boss's Orders, which is it's a healthy amount. So, Andrew might have the necessary resource to take a knockout this turn. Shiny Dreepy has hit. Golden Dreepy has made an appearance. It just all look golden to me, which is like funny. All right, we have another. Oh, we already have another Dreepy in hand, which is sick. We also have the Neo Upper already attached, and we see Dreepy come up, or not Dreepy, sorry, Badu coming up, and we're gonna item lock. All right, so on to Andrew's turn. Does Andrew have Ceruledge? Does Andrew have way to play a supporter card? We see the Lunatone being used. We're gonna draw 3 here. 1, 2, 3. You showed Henry that you have Boss's Order in the hand. So Henry should be scared because we see the Boss Order. Going to bring up the Dreepy. Going to put a Fighting Energy to Solrock. And outside of that, we don't have anything. Jamie Tower comes down. We're going to we're going to punch it for 70. Yeah, see? This is what I'm talking about. Solrock getting in there, taking a knockout. And not only taking a knockout on Dreepy, but knocking out Henry's Neo Upper Energy, which is a very, very big deal. So you see Stretch to get it back, counter catch up to Lunatone. Iono, going to put Andrew at 5, Henry at 6. And now it's going to be to Henry to rebuild this Dracloak back up, right? Can they find an energy? Can they find a Dracloak? And here we go, both players getting cards. Andrew will get 5, Henry will get 6. There we see the Dracloak being used. And can they find it? Oh, they do have Pheasantipity and a Psychic. So we can see Pheasantipity draw cards. We can see a Psychic going to the Dracloak. And we can start setting that thing up. There we go. Pheasantipity coming down. Drawn 3. Looking for Duskulls. And okay, I think I maybe see it. Yeah, there we go. Duskull hit the field. We have the Psychic that we haven't attached yet. And we see the Itchy Pollen for 20 because it's weak to grass. Now on to Andrew's turn. They still... the unfortunate thing about Lunatone being the active is you can't retreat to Ceruledge, but you can attach an energy and retreat to Solrock and punch this Buddy for knockout, going down to 4. And there we see the Fighting Energy being attached. We see the Carmine, and the good thing about the Carmine is now we can maybe discard another energy with the Lunatone, but I don't see one, unfortunately. But Solrock coming up, and this is what I love about these type of decks now. The Ceruledge, the Golden Goes, you have the Solrock Lunatone engine that you can knock out Badus pretty easily without really committing too much, right? So now we see a bunch of energies in the discard pile. It was what Henry is looking for, so it looks like 7 or 8. It's, probably not enough still. You need, what? 16 in there to take a knockout because it has 320, right? It has 320 HP. Yep. So you need 16 energies in there. Andrew does play 16, 17, 18, 19. They do play 20 energy, so it is possible, but it is a very late game possible. Now on to Henry's turn, we see Pheasantipity flip the script. And that's going to be up to Henry to find this Dragapult and start swinging away. If we can swing away this Dragapult this turn, we are in a great spot. Looks like we see another Dragapult going to the hand. We have, okay, so we already have it, right? There's a Luminius. We have Dragapult EX. Actually, it looks like we're going for a Jet Headbutt here. We're going to counter catcher up the Squawk, go to Dragapult, punch it for 70, and there's an Iono just trying to disrupt Andrew as much as possible. Now, we could maybe see even a Badu, maybe, but I think Henry really wants to find another Duskull here. So Henry's going to get 6. 5, 6. Andrew's going to get 4. And I do see the Dusknoir in Henry's band for next turn. I do see an Ultra Ball as well. So we could Ultra Ball. Nope, not going to go for the Duskull. We're going to punch for 70. So now the Squawk has 90 HP left. All right, on to Andrew's turn. So Andrew can play like item cards now. They're not item locked, so they can play as many item cards as they want to. We do have a fighting energy in the hand that we can discard with the Lunatone. There we go, Lunatone drawing 3. Gets a fight. That's a really good hand. There's so many energies in there. So now Andrew could potentially maybe have enough energies. We'll see. There's Fighting Gong. We can attach energy return. We have Ultra Wall, so we can thin the deck out even more. Like, there is going to be a ton of energies in here. So can Andrew take this huge knockout this turn? That's what we want to try to figure out. We have the Jet Energy that we can use as well. We see a fight. We can use Jet Energy to attach and the retreat if we want to. That can get another energy in the discard pile. We do see a Soul Rock coming down. Which means that we don't have any more. Ceruledges. They only played 3, and I think they discarded 1 early game, which makes sense. So can't find the Ceruledge right now. We do have the Jet Energy, and like I said, we can go for Jet Retreat if we want to. Just get another energy in the discard pile. Gonna just do it this way. Actually, gonna lead with the Soul Rock. Interesting. And boss. Gonna knock out the Dusknoir, but it has resistance. But it doesn't hit. Oh no, it has 80 HP. Sorry, it has 80 HP. Yeah. It has 90 HP. Josh, come on now, dear lord. All right, so 90 HP. Now the scary thing about this is Henry can evolve into Dusknoir. And so like. So now Henry can, get out of the axe spot if they go into Dusknoir. I mean, they can even like pop the Dusknoir if they want to. So there's a Dusknoir coming down. And will Henry discard this Dusknoir to maybe knock out the Squawk? Maybe put 12 on a Ceruledge. So we're going to put the 12 on the Squawk ability. Going to take a knockout. Go down to 4. Andrew will take a price card as well. Go down to 3. Now we see Dragapult EX in the act spot. And how much HP does Lunatone have? 110. So, we're safe right now. So the mini sending boss. Okay. What does Henry got here? So we see a Buddy Poffin. Gonna grab Duskull. Do they have a Hawlucha? Hawlucha would be pretty nice too, because they could ping the Charcadet here. But no, just gonna go for a Jet Headbutt. Yeah, just going for Jet Headbutt here. Not gonna take a knockout, not gonna be aggressive. Yeah, no energies. I mean, I think they attached Luminous to Monkey Dory, maybe? Just saying, you know what? I'm just going to take it easy. I'm going to put, get enough damage on this, and I can take a double knockout. Go down to 2. Yeah, so we'll see. And Henry's kind of set the board state up. Now, can Andrew take a knockout this turn? If Andrew can take a knockout on this Dragapult, then Henry can't use Dusknoir anymore. But I think we use Vessel. It didn't find anything. So Fighting Energy active. Research, discard the hand, draw 7. So since they attach a Fighting Energy here, they can't actually attack with Ceruledge. Yep. And so that's going to be a problem. What does Andrew do here? This is unfortunate. Yeah, neither one of the Ceruledges have energies. There's a Night Stretcher. I'm going to go back the Ceruledge. We have 3 Ceruledges online. We can use Lunatone, discard, draw 3. Okay. There's a bunch of energies in there. Oh, double boss order. They have Palpad in the hand. Yeah, they do play Palpad. So Palpad's gonna get back double boss order. But what happens here? So if Andrew doesn't take a knockout, can Henry win next turn? That's what I'm trying to figure out. If they punch, they can only move 30 here, which does take a knockout, but this the Dragapult knocks out these 2. But then Andrew should have enough energies to one-shot a Dragapult. So Stretcher, okay. Get back Pheasantipity. Oh, I don't know if I like the Pheasantipity coming down. That is a liability for sure that can easily be knocked out. And just gonna pass, actually. Not gonna punch the Dragapult. They're scared of the Monkey Dory. Okay. So see Ultra Ball, discarding Lilies and something else, Jamming Tower, to find a Dusknoir. Yep, there's Dusknoir. Okay. Can Henry win this turn? I don't think so. I could be very incorrect though. And I think what Andrew did was actually smart too, because you could retreat the Lunatone into Solrock and Punch, but then Henry can just like boss this back up, and then you're forced back to like finding another energy. The only problem is now that you dropped a Fezandipity, like Henry could bring this up and do the thing where like they punch it again, but not take a knockout. They actually do like 200 to it, put 60 here kind of thing, and make it where you can't attack again. Because once again, Andrew only plays one. Actually, they play one turn. That's how they can get out of the active slot. So we'll see what happens. Okay, Henry, go to Hilda, get a mini synergy, get a Dusclops. Use Hawlucha, put 10 here, 10 here. Okay. Oh yeah, this is actually bad because now if you go to Dusclops, you can put this here, 260 here, and then they win the game. Yep. All right, show me Dusclops. Mini synergy. Okay, so we can't. Does Dusclops not win it for him, right, Henry, right now? Am I missing something? Fezandipity has 210. Yeah, don't they just win? Am I missing something? That Dusclops coming in this turn or last turn? If it came down this turn, then I understand. Hang on, I'm curious now. Was that Dusclops down already? Hold on. We're gonna rewind it some. Hold on, we're gonna rewind it some. Yeah, that Dusclops was down, right? So Henry could have won this turn. Wait, maybe not. Hold on. Oh, never mind. I know what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking that Sork has 70 HP, but it doesn't have 70 HP. It has 110. Okay, so now we're good. Josh is good. Josh is silly. Josh doesn't know Pokemon HP. Sorry about that. Okay, we're good. We're cooking. All right, so we're gonna punch this, put a bunch of damage on this, and saying, all right, gonna put one there. Gonna put some there. All right. So Henry, then going down to 1. Okay. They didn't involve in could they involve the Dusclops that turn? They didn't involve in Dusclops either. Okay, so many questions I have. For sure. Oh, I think maybe. The legacy energy. That's spicy. Now can you take a knockout and put Henry at 1? There's Fighting Gong. Do you have like Iono or anything? No Ionos in Andrew's deck. Okay. What do you do here? So we take a knockout. You go down to 1, and then Henry can't use Dusclops. Okay. Well, all Henry has to do is knock out the Solrock. If that's a knockout, that's a knockout. I'm not doing math of how many energies are in the discard pile. That's what they're doing. That's up to them to do that. I don't care. If it takes a knockout, it takes a knockout. Ooh, it is a knockout. All right. So does Henry have boss? That's the question here. Does Henry have boss? Okay. We've had a weird game here. So here we go. Fezandipity for 3. We see Ultra Ball. Okay. So we see Buddy Pop. I'm going to look at the deck. Doesn't see anything they want. We see Ultra Ball discarding Hilda in that. We see Blood Moon, retreat to Blood Moon and take a game. Okay, yeah. There we go. Blood Moon comes out, wins. Whoa, what a crazy game. Woo! That was definitely a little closer than what I thought it was. But yeah, I forget that the fighting guys only have 110 HP, and just be able to, like I said, be hyper aggressive with the Solrock and Lunatones is such a great thing for this deck. The only unfortunate thing is that like Andrew couldn't find multiple energies to power up these Ceruledges, and almost well, I mean, I guess in the end it did hurt him, but was able to almost manage that out. So still. This is game 1. Like Henry just like dominated kind of thing. Had the Dusclops, had the Dusknoirs, and took like 5 prize cards. But the second game was way closer than I expected for sure. So yeah, great games from Andrew for sure. Henry showcased why Dragapult Dusknoir is always busted and broken. But anyways, guys, we'll see you tomorrow for Swiss round number 5 from Gdańsk Regional. Anyways, guys, hit the subscribe button. See you tomorrow. Alrighty, bye.